Hi, I'm Megan, and one of the things my family and I love to do together is travel. And so I've come across some really good tips on how to feed your family while you travel. So one of the things I do to save money while we're traveling is I will bring at least one meal of the day with us wherever we're going. And that may be to a national park, that may be to a Disney park, that may be to the beach, and I will pack a meal and bring it with us, and that saves us at least one meal cost that day, which adds up over time when you're on vacation. So these are some things that I found work really, really, really well for my family, and maybe they'll work for your family too. One thing that works really well, of course, is sandwiches. Your good old sandwiches and chips, that does work really well. Piece of fruit for everybody, something to drink, and you have a really good, quick and easy lunch. Another thing that I really like to do is I will go to the grocery store somewhere where we are, and I will buy a meat and cheese party tray. So these are usually in the deli section, or sometimes they're up near the fruit, but they're made for like catering, for like you're gonna have people over to your house and you're gonna put this out. But really, it makes a great lunch. It usually has salami, pepperoni, crackers, cheese in there. Sometimes olives are in there. Pack that thing up and bring some drinks, maybe some fruit to go along with this, and it's a great little lunch. And so this works really well. It's already packaged up and ready to go, so it works really perfectly. And my family and I, we really enjoy taking that with us. We took that into tons of national parks when we went to some national parks last summer, and so that worked out really, really well. Some other meals that I have found I wanted to talk to you about, so here they are. Okay, so what you're going to need for these chicken wraps is some pre-cooked chicken cut up into bite-sized pieces, or you could use strips, lettuce, whatever you like, spinach if you want, tortillas, some kind of dressing, whichever kind of salad dressing your family likes, shredded cheddar cheese, and some crumbled up bacon, which if you don't have a way to make bacon where you are, you could always buy the bottled bacon pieces that they have at the grocery store. So now you see this is finished with all the ingredients inside. You can wrap them in foil like this, and then you've got a portable meal to take with you if you're going out for the day. They keep really well in a cooler with the ice, and then or you can eat them right away. They're an easy, quick meal. Lots of pre-done foods you can get at the grocery store for vacation. Okay, this ends up being one of my very favorite quick and easy meals. If you've got a freezer where you're staying, you can just pop it in there and make it, and you can also make this in the microwave. It's good for you. It's easy to take somewhere all day if you've got a thermos after you cook it to take with you, and everybody can have a lunch, a really quick and easy lunch. So then you can just pack a thermos like this for everybody in your family and put them in a bag cooler, take them wherever you're going. Nice and warm, really good for you lunch. And these come in all kinds of flavors. You can find them in the freezer section in your grocery store. This is garlic chicken, but you can find lots of different varieties. Okay, so this is an example of another meal that I like to take in or use on vacation because it's quick and it's easy. I make some pork at home, or you can buy this barbecue pork in the grocery store. There's a few brands that you can buy in usually the freezer section or the refrigerated section. So you can do that either way. I made this at home myself. Barbecue sauce, some spices, slow cooked it, froze it and brought it with me on vacation in my cooler in the car, and then I defrost it on the day, heat it up in my little thermos, keep these in my cooler bags during the day while we're walking around in the morning. Bring some buns, have my cheese on my buns already like this, wrap these up in foil without any meat. When we get to the parks or we get wherever we are for lunch, I can unscrew this. This is warm because I warmed it up in the morning and it keeps it warm that long. Put my meat on my sandwich, wrap it up, have foil. You have a little placemat with your piece of foil there, and it's a really quick and simple, yummy lunch. Okay, so these are some things that we like to do, and they work really well. Sometimes you don't want to just have a sandwich. These are some good ideas. So I just wanted to recommend those to you guys, let you guys know some things that have worked really well for me. Some other things I do when we go on trips is I always, if we're driving, take a cooler with me. And I take a big cooler in the car. Sometimes I'll freeze some of those meals that I talked about, like taco meat or barbecue meat, before we go, and then I've got it ready. I put it in the little refrigerator we have in our hotel room, and it's just ready to heat up and take with us wherever we're going to go for the day. And that way I get it to the location in a big cooler in the car. I also always bring with me my bag of coolers, which work really well for taking in for the day with you. Something that works really well as ice is, if you don't have like an ice maker in your freezer, fill up a plastic bag with ice from your hotel, and then that works perfectly as an ice pack to keep your lunch cold throughout the morning until you're ready to eat it. Another thing that works really, really well is to freeze water bottles. I usually freeze those plastic water bottles, and they are perfect for a cooler, and then you have cold water too throughout the day. So it's a really good idea. If you're flying, that's a little bit harder to do, and you need to use your grocery store more. And one place that I really recommend, and I have used many times, is a place called BYO Shop. BYO Shop, and these have shoppers in all kinds of different places around the country, and they will shop for you. And so you have to turn in your order. There's usually a deadline from your arrival date that your order needs to be turned in by, but they'll go and shop for you, and they usually charge a percentage of what you're buying. But that way you don't have to maybe you haven't rented a car, you're just going right to your resort, so you don't have to worry about renting a car to get yourself to a grocery store. Also, you don't have to worry about finding a grocery store. You don't have to worry about wasting time. I've used them more than once, and they have done a great job every single time. So I really recommend BYO Shop if you're flying into a destination but you want to get some groceries for your family while you're there. Another thing that people do, and that I am actually going to try doing for the first time on my upcoming trip, is shipping myself bottled water to my resort, because you cannot fly with it. You can't, you can't do it. It's illegal. And so how are you going to get enough water and save yourself some money in the park? Because that's a huge saver when you're going somewhere, is not to have to buy bottled water wherever you are, because it's so expensive. So try shipping yourself some bottled water. I think this is going to be a great tip, and I want to pass it on to you. I'm going to try that out. So these are some tips that I hope are helpful to your family as you travel together.